Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody is having a great day. Today, I want to talk about a comment that came in today, only because when one person comments something, there's usually more than one person that has that on their mind. Sometimes people don't want to say it, especially if it doesn't maybe jive with another person's viewpoints, because some people don't like confrontation. I'm not a big fan of confrontation. However, I do like to have discussions, and you can't have an honest discussion about something if you're afraid, or you just don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or you don't want your feelings being hurt, or you just already have a closed mindset. And I don't believe that the people that watch this channel have a closed mindset. Otherwise, you'd probably be following mainstream media. But sometimes there's things that has to be considered. And so we're going to kind of talk a little bit about that tonight, specifically how it relates to with gold and silver. Before we get started, as always, I like to ask everybody, if you can, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the video. It helps it get shared. Not just you watching it. You watching it is great because I make like a penny or two off every time it gets watched. But the thumbs up really helps me because that will entice YouTube to share the video. And if you didn't check out yesterday's video, please go check out that Max Barbecue video that I did. It was a collab with somebody else, and that's why it was so different than my normal videos. But I'm hoping to do more videos with this individual, and I'm hoping to see the video get more likes and more shares. So if you would, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button on that video from yesterday with the Max Barbecue. We've had a few big name restaurants that have invited us out there to go out, eat, try the food out. And some of these places are places that, I'll be honest, I may not necessarily pay to go because the prices might be a little more than my cheap personality will spend. But it really does help the channel out. So please, if you would, check that video out yesterday and hit that thumbs up for me. It's a big favor for me. And with that being said, I'd like to take a quick minute to thank J.M. Sparger, Chris Rivera, Steve Newberry, Chris B., Thomas D., Ronald Smith, Ryan Reed, Conrad, 420 Stacker, Chris in Virginia, The Barbecue Man, and New Marshall. So let's talk about the comment that came in today. It was a really in-depth comment. They had a lot of stuff to talk about on there, and a lot of it is true, but it was kind of about how the bricks won't work. And I think there was a lot of great info there that was said, but I think there was a few things that wasn't considered in the comment. And the individual, I consider the individual that left the comment a good friend on the channel, and so I'm not saying anything bad, but I do want people to consider this because it is something to consider. Basically, it was explaining what's going on with China, why they're not really a trustworthy currency, what's going on with India, what's going on with Brazil, all the different things about how the U.S. patrols the waters, and we spend a lot of money patrolling the waters. We actually do. It costs the government billions of dollars to have a Navy military, being retired Navy military, always out there on call, monitoring the waters. But so there's a few things that I want to address here. The main thing is, gold and silver is money in itself. And one thing that the comment said is there really enough gold out there to basically finance a world's currency? And so the easy answer would be no, there's not. There's not enough gold. If you took the amount of currency that's in circulation and you divided that by $2,000 an ounce, then there's not going to be enough gold out there. Whatever number you get is not going to equal how much gold's out there. But the thing to consider is that if we went on a gold standard, the price of gold would probably not be $2,000 an ounce, clearly. And the reason you can kind of guarantee that is we used to put $2,000, we still say $2,000 an ounce, but on the U.S. debt clock, we used to put a total there. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull up the U.S. debt clock on my other phone right here in a minute. They don't even keep a number there anymore because they know that it's not, they can't share this information, because if they did, people would be scared. So here is the U.S. debt clock right here. It's small, but I'm going to take care of that in just a minute. So we're going to kind of zoom in. The bottom corner over here is where it talks about metal, oil, gold, silver, that type of stuff. And I want to talk just a little bit about that. You know, when you look at dollars to silver ratio, they used to have a number here. And that number, I think, was like $100, $90, something like that. Meaning, if they took all the U.S. dollars and they made them all worth silver, you'd have silver would be worth $90. But they've totally taken that off. And the reason they've taken that off is because they know they're printing more money. This number is going up now so fast that they can't keep the number on there. And for those people that don't really know what's going on when it comes to the U.S. debt, we spent $100 billion in just the last couple weeks. That's how much we've been spending. It is starting to drastically get out of hand. Now, they used to have it here for gold. Let me get back to that. I bumped it. They used to have it here with dollars to gold ratio, but they can't even do that anymore because even that would make it look bad. And down here, this is the dollar to gold ratio in 1913. Well, there wasn't a lot of dollars back then. So really, it could be calculated out. And now that I'm thinking about it, I may actually calculate this out, because you know how many dollars were in existence in 1913. And all you would have to do is, back then, you take the price of gold to how many dollars there were, and that came out to $28.52. You could essentially take the amount of dollars that are out there today and compare it to the $1,900 gold price today, and you could actually get a number there. But they're not going to share that. They're not going to make it easy on you because they don't want you doing this. This is U.S. debt clock. It is a org. You can see right here, usdebtclock.org, if anybody wants to look it up. But the numbers are going up astronomical. How much debt we have. I mean, look at this. Look at these debt numbers. We're at 32.7 trillion, and it is going up rapidly and rapidly. Pretty soon we're going to hit 33 trillion, and it's just going to continue going up from there. But what I find interesting too now is even the oil. When you look in dollar to oil, they don't even put that number. So, I mean, the true answer is, if gold was a reasonable price, we'll say $10,000, well, you could technically take the price of, I apologize, every time I lightly even tap it, the phone's really sensitive. If you take the gold price at $28, let's say, we were able to add to the money supply, but we raised the price of gold. Well, in today's market, if we raise the price of gold, the increased dollar supply would probably be reasonable to calculate. And value stuff to gold is what I'm saying. Do I think it's likely that we're going to have a 100% gold currency? No, that's probably not going to happen. Why? Because then that would have honest money, and they're never going to give us honest money. But here's the thing. The other thing that was mentioned in this comment, and I'm only cherry picking a couple things that I really disagreed with, was essentially, how do I say this? I kind of like to walk on eggshells just a little bit, because especially when it's a friend and I'm commenting about something. Do I trust China? Absolutely not. I don't trust China. I would not put my retirement in Chinese currency. I would not put my retirement in Russian currency or Brazil currency or Indian currency. No, I wouldn't do that either. However, it's got to be noted that what does the U.S. produce? Our GDP, we do a lot of spending. We spend, but it's not being paid for in honest money. Honest money is gold and silver. It's honest trade should be, I trade you a physical item and you trade me a physical item. That is honest trade. But if I'm giving you a piece of paper, say, I'm trusting that that piece of paper, say, will come due when it comes due, when I want my physical item. And that's kind of was the intent of paper money originally. By you taking a piece of paper money, you can hold the paper money as like a rain check. And you can buy what you want later on. But the problem is, if they're printing more and more rain checks, is it going to be good? Will it be good? Will a time come where people will be mad at the U.S. The U.S. will be mad at certain people and they'll freeze your accounts? I mean, look what happened in Canada. I mean, someone could make an argument. Would you trust Canada over China or Russia? Or, you know, I wouldn't trust anybody. I mean, you look at what Canada just did when they froze all those people that just made a donation to the truckers rally. I mean, what you do with your money should be up to you. If you're not hurting anybody, you're just spending your money on stuff you want, you should be able to get what you want. I mean, it's bad enough you're giving up your life. That is a finite resource. How many years you will live is the ultimate. And I'm not going to give up my life necessarily unless I'm getting something in return for it. And a lot of people don't realize that when they take a rain check, is that rain check going to still be good? So I actually have a friend that I get, I sometimes will wheel and deal, and I'll get different perks at this person's business. If, let's say, hypothetically, me and that person disfriended each other, hypothetically, would I still get what's owed, what we agree on? You know, it's a possibility. And that's kind of where what happened with Russia. And I'm just coming out and saying it tonight. I don't usually like to use the word Russia because I always worry that YouTube, you're going against the establishment or something and they don't like it. But, you know, Russia did something the U.S. didn't like, and the U.S. froze all their accounts. They want to put, you know, all these tariffs on them and stuff. You know what? So Russia said, you know what? We're not sending any more oil over there. We're not going to sell our oil in something if we can't get nothing. I'm not going to take, if I'm banned from Walmart, I'm not going to accept a Walmart gift card as payment for something. Has that happened? Yeah. I mean, everybody's done something for a gift card, I would assume. I don't know that. I mean, I have. I've had someone, especially after Christmas, where everybody just gives gift cards. Hey, man, I got a $25 gift card. You mind hitting my lawn for me? Mow my lawn? Just drive by, ride around a little bit, mow it, and you know, you're good, and here's a $25 Walmart gift card. Well, of course I'll do it. It's a gift card from Walmart. I'll use it. I'll buy gas with it. I'll buy food with it. I don't know. I'll buy something with it. I'm not a big Walmart fan, but if I was banned from Walmart, would I want to do that? No, because what can I do with a Walmart gift card? I guess I can pawn it off on someone else maybe, but you know, that gets iffy, especially when you're dealing in like how much oil Russia sells. They can't take all these dollars because they can't do nothing with them. And a lot of people just don't realize that the U.S. produces now, unfortunately, so little that that's it. Now, when it comes to the and let me say, too, it didn't have to be this way. There was a time not too many years back where the U.S. was producing a lot of oil. We actually had more oil. We didn't have to import it. Most of our extra oil was exported. And that produces a net worth, a net value to where we have something extra at the end of the year. But right now we are just printing money out of thin air. And the question comes up, why would anybody trust these countries? But I think you need to look at, why would you trust the U.S. currency? What has the U.S. done that makes it worthy of trust? You know, printing and hiding statistics and trying to say that inflation is not bad and trying to hide the unemployment numbers and trying to skim numbers, and then they wait like a month later and they post a correction. Well, you don't hear about the corrections because the corrections just get put on their little website and nobody sees them. It's not like the original numbers. They put out an original number. Like, let's say I say, hey guys, I just bought a bunch of silver at $1 an ounce. Okay, $1 an ounce. I say that on the video. Everybody knows I bought all this silver at $1 an ounce. And then a little bit of time goes by and I quietly put a comment under the video that says, oh, I miscalculated. My bad. It was $21 an ounce. It was $31 an ounce. Do you see what I'm saying? It's easy because no one ever sees the corrections to that. So I'm not a big fan of trusting any fiat currency. I trust gold and silver. And that's why I collect it. This is some of what I have. I keep some in different places. This is actually the stuff that I use to trade, or the stuff that I just got in. These right here, I just got all these in. And there's a couple stacks over on this side that I just got in the other day. And then I even got another package that just came in literally yesterday that I haven't opened yet. But eventually it gets filtered out. So I want people to understand that any currency that is in fiat can be manipulated, can be distracted against, but keep in mind if the country, what the country's doing, are they do they have production? The question came up of basically, Saudi Arabia running out of oil. It's a possibility they are, but I mean, if they were, I would think that they would skyrocket the price and refuse to sell it at these numbers because they know oil is being manipulated. I mean, how do you explain negative $40 a barrel? What we saw a while back, a couple years, it was a year ago or 2 years ago. I mean, that's not legit. It's not fair. So with that being said, I want people to think about some of these things, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you hit the thumbs up button, and I really hope you're subscribed. The thumbs up means more than you know, but I love reading y'all's comments, especially. But the subscriptions and the thumbs up are what keep helping the videos go forward. So I thank everybody for watching, and I hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Please go and check out that Max Barbecue video that I put up yesterday. I'll probably mention it a few times because one of these videos this week will have a really high number, and I really want people to check out that video because that's one of them videos that really helps me out if it does really well. So thank you all, and take care, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.